Glad to have you with us from Kenan Stadium in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. We will find out a whole lot more about these teams this Week 1 showdown here on EA Sports College Football. It's the UCF Knights and the North Carolina Tar Heels. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Hey guys, checking in with the Knights head coach before the game. The ground game is crucial today. With the freshman quarterback, they know they can rely on their senior running back to attack. He is a great safety blanket. If they get in trouble with the quarterback, they can just hand it off. The ground game will be important. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Tar Heels kickoff unit is ready to go, and so are we to start this season. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. He'll try to do it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. All right, guys, let's talk a little UCF. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patters. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
Working the ground game. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run. The Knights with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here's a give to Watson. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down. The Knights pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Might as well give it to him again. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
Man, I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to the running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Just got rid of that one.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Guys, let's talk a little bit about North Carolina. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hotter.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job, and the pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start, try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. He's got it. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap, and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. And the Tar Heels come to the line in the hurry-up. Still looking to his right. It's complete to the right. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
I mean, some quarterbacks have a hard enough time just completing passes in the pocket, but to do it on the run, like when you got that kind of speed and that kind of momentum going, it takes a special kind of athlete, and that quarterback, he's a different breed.
Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Handoff again. Could be an alley. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Still looking for our first score of the game as we start the second quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, North Carolina! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Got his man. Oh, he's got some space. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Right back to it. Got some green grass. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Out wide left, it's Watson. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, try to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Gets open down the middle. Got him right there.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Unloads to the right. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
And here comes the field goal unit. Absolutely center cut. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he's not going to take the touchback. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability, the ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a big hit and ball security becomes an issue.
They'll give it to Watson. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Knights! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Give to the single back. Turning it on! He now has 63 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Left side, it's Warren. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Motion from the wideout. Snapped on fourth down. Hauls it in, the first down and more. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
The Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick give. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They're going to ride this running back. He's past the sticks. There he goes. Touchdown, Tar Heels. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt. He'll bring it out. It's Ashley. He gets a block. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, 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 no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Changing the routes with his receivers. The lone back's got it. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get the 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Pulls it in. It's shipped. Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Sells to fake. Moves to his right. Trying to escape and get it himself. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when time you can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Moves the pocket. It's Chambers. They're all over it. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
Thank you. That's what the defensive backs say to the defensive linemen when they get home and put pressure on the quarterback fast and the ball comes out erratic.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Tight end now in motion. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's got him this time. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. The Knights going to go ahead and call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's lead things off with the Utah State Aggies, taking on the number 3 team, the Oklahoma Sooners. And it's the Aggies, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Fake to the back, wants to throw it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield. It's Chambers. Caught. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. The Knights going to go ahead and call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Lining up from the 34 on first down. They'll run it. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Back's got it on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Finds his target. Gets away from one. He's got space. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line. It'll be first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. At the end of that last play, there is a Tar Heel down on the field and shaken up. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14.
Red 54, red 28, 29 Favs. Go!
Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ship. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The Tar Heels getting set on 1st and 10. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. On the ground, it's French. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Chambers. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target, and they're just not on the same page.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab down the middle. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And that's an interesting choice for this offense, and specifically for the quarterback, man. 4th down, throwing the ball underneath the stick. When you're not getting a first down, you got to put that ball on the money, have your guy with some open space so he can run. Defense was all over that drag route. They broke on the football, no space, nowhere to go, forcing the 4th down.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Touchdown, UNC! With that, they grab the lead here in the 2nd half.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
And the point after is good. On the return, it's Ashley. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. Breaks into the open. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, UCF! Into the end zone with a breakaway score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Again, the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Crosses the 30. He's got away. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards and good things are happening.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Cuts it upfield. It's French. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll ride him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Moving the pocket, it's Chambers. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Kick is in the air. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Watson again. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
And he avoids the sack.
After that incompletion here, tied in the 4th quarter, you've got a decision to make with this field position. Do you want to stay aggressive and try and go win this game now and bleed a little bit more clock, or do you trust your defense if you punt this away to get you the ball back so you can still win?
Wait just a second. They're going to go for it here, and man, if they don't get it, it brings losing into the equation. On play action. Flush to the left. He's going to fire to the left. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the first down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. finds his tight end. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Oh, he's got some space. At the 20. Touchdown, North Carolina. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
What a play by this defense. The offense going in to take the lead. No. Flip the script. The big pick six. Now you're leading in this ball game. What a play by the D.
He'll bring it out. It's Simon. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Fresh center downs going to the air. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
He'll throw it. Out wide left, it's Young. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone. Now the Knights will call their third and final timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. First down here as we dive into the